enjoying this page alone today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. Think you really have to blow up the CD? You what? The domino. You blew up the domino! And you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing price is here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else you'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours.
Kakarot! Kakarot!
Now I see what's going on around here, especially by having to witness it with my very own eyes. It would appear as though the situation itself is starting to become far worse than I had originally imagined that it would be. And if that's the case, then what could those demons possibly want by going after the Super Dragon Balls? I need to hurry and speak with the Grand Minister about this immediately, because with things seemingly getting worse and with Goku nowhere in sight, I'm afraid that if we don't act soon, we could ultimately find ourselves in yet another Murno-like situation.
As our story now continues back inside of the Demon Realm, with Goku now beginning to ponder on the Dark Masters wishing to resurrect Murno, as it was only with Goku now beginning to look very nervous by the overall idea of having Murno come back, was when Goku then went on to say to himself, I can't believe what those Dark Masters are trying to do, especially after knowing of the stakes and the danger that comes with attempting to bring someone like Murno back. And if they are somehow able to bring Murno back from being erased, Goku continues, then the cosmic balance of the entire multiverse will be thrown into utter chaos just like it was before. And so there's got to be a way for me to break out of here and warn the others about what's about to happen here. Now, I just have to try, to which as Goku was attempting to be shown doing so, whereas when Goku then went on to continue, oh, come on! Why can't I break free from this thing? It won't budge no matter how hard I continue and try to push. What the? My powers are completely zapped, which means that this chamber was meant to keep me from transforming into using higher levels of power after all. Wait, what's all of that rumbling and that noise that I'm hearing? Goku asks. Oh no, they were able to capture another one of the Super Dragon Balls? And what's even more alarming is I think that those Super Dragon Balls are getting smaller and smaller the more they are brought into this realm. So does that mean that they're able to shrink the Super Dragon Balls down to size so they can be used a lot easier down here than how they normally are? To which all the while in the distance, as soon as Dark Master Gira and Toro were now shown having to observe the Super Dragon Balls, was when Gira went on to then respond, so I see that Bakara and Jogo were indeed successful in obtaining yet another one of the Super Dragon Balls after all. And with the Saiyan locked away within his chamber as he awaits his death, very soon we will bask in our rightful and deserving glory, with Toro having to chime in, as it should, for the time of our ascension draws near, as the Super Dragon Balls are going to be the keys to our unmatched and absolute power. And very soon, once all goes according to our plan, the Demon Realm will grow to become unstoppable with these in our possession, and with our fellow Dark Lords returning to us once more. This just now means that Jogo and Bakara should already have most of the Super Dragon Balls within our domain, with Gira responding, as I'm sure they do, because look over there behind them, Lord Toro. It looks like they've brought another, to which as the two were now shown doing, it was only just when Bakara and Jogo were shown having to re-enter into the Demon Realm was when Jogo went on to then respond, and as promised, for we shall deliver, and with 5 of the 7 Super Dragon Balls collected, only 2 more remain before we are able to finally carry out our ultimate plan of action against the multiverse, as we don't plan to stop until the last 2 are found and of course retrieved to us, with Piccolo chiming in, and while we go back on our hunt and finding and retrieving the final 2 Super Dragon Balls, it would be best if we keep these locked away just in case of any of those rotten deities were to catch on and find them. That's right, Jogo responds, and to ensure that the Super Dragon Balls are kept hidden from anyone else to find and retrieve, allow for me to take it from here. And so I call upon the great giants of our realm to come forth and protect our most valuable assets from unwanted intruders. And I call upon the youngest of the great Leviathans to do what is required of them, Jogo continues. I call upon you to come forth and take these magical wish-granting orbs wherever Master Toro instructs for you to bring them, and guard them with your life for so as long as they remain with our possession. To which, as Goku's pod was now beginning to shake, was when Goku then went on to respond, Hey, what the heck is that? Why is everything just suddenly beginning to shake all around me, and just what in the world is that energy that I'm sensing? Whoa! And just what in the world is that? Goku then went on to look up by questioning, is that another one of their demons that they have living down there with them? He's huge! Well, this thing's gotta be even bigger than any of the great apes that we've seen in the past. Wait, don't tell me that there are more of these things that are living down here outside of this one here. Ah, yes. Brilliant idea to have one of our great giants go and seize the Super Dragon Balls for us, as I know just the right place for him to bring them all into, Toro responds, with Gira then having to chime in, and if I may, I'm assuming that you'd want to hide them all in the time chamber, with Toro responding, that's exactly where I want to bring them all into. And you know as well as I do that the Super Dragon Balls possess unmatched power, and by hiding them inside of one of the time chamber realms, could we only then harness an advantage that no other being can: accelerated time. Their energy would replenish at an unparalleled rate, which would give us the ultimate advantage in allowing for their recharge time to diminish at an incredible pace. And even let's just say if someone were to suspect of our plan, Toro continues, pinpointing the exact time chamber that we have chosen to hide them inside of would be like finding a needle in a multiversal haystack. So why let the Super Dragon Balls gather energy at the pace of the mortal realm when we can bend time to our will? It's the strategy of a true mastermind, and it'll only be for us to know on where they are while we shorten their time span in order to continuously use them. Well, what a marvelous plan, Lord Toro, Gira responds. And with time being on our side, we could continue to reuse the Dragon Balls for as long as we'd like, with Toro chiming in, and that's exactly why we will have our way with no end in sight. And so now then, Leviathan, go and grab onto those Dragon Balls and chain them together and follow my lead. To which, as the giant Leviathan was now shown doing, it was only shortly after, with the Super Dragon Balls being shown condensed in size, was when Gira went on to then chime back in, and as we minimize the size of those Dragon Balls to reduce the overall efforts of pulling them into the time chamber, this just makes our mission that much easier now, with Toro responding, excellent, giant. And now that they are all safely secure, you will now come and follow me into the time chamber where we will keep them all in. And while we search for the last remaining Dragon Balls, we will ensure that everything goes according to our plan until they are all collected. Let us go and make haste so that way we may find and retrieve the last of the Super Dragon Balls, Jogo went on to then respond, before they are spotted by any of those who are beginning to notice that they have gone missing from their respective universe, Bakara. Yes, and even if they go and try to do something about it, Bakara responds, we will stop at nothing to make sure that we collect the last of the Super Dragon Balls regardless, so let us go. In the meantime then, Gira responds, I will go and check on that Saiyan again and see what I can get out of him in the meantime. Ah, Sugami. Just in time, Gira continues. Were you able to create what I have asked of you, or do you still need a little more time? With the demon scientist Sugami then responding, Mistress Gira, the genetic makeup of the Saiyan mortal now courses through the veins of our very creation. These shadow demons are the perfect amalgamation of Saiyan strength and demonic malevolence, now forged into one. And with Goku's DNA at the core of this creature, Sugami continues, he is not only a testament to Saiyan might, but also a symbol of our dark brilliance. The warriors of light will not stand a chance, with Gira then responding, and do you happen to have this sample of the shadow demon with you so that we may witness its power for ourselves? As As a matter of fact, Lord Gira, I do, Sugami responds. I have the vial that contains this beast right here with me, as you can see, with Gira responding, excellent, Sugami, your intelligence has always been of great value to us, and since you have it with you now, I have an idea. Why don't we go and test our newly created demon creature on our newly visited Saiyan guest who waits for us, Gira questions. Shall we carry on, with Sugami having to respond, it would be an honor for me to show you the full nature and brute force of my newly created shadow demon, Lord Gira. Wonderful, Gira responds, then come with me and let's see what our new experiment has to offer in battle. To which seconds later, with Gira and Sugami now shown having to make their way in front of Goku, was when Gira had then gone as far as to address Goku by then responding, and well, would you look at what we have here. It's your lucky day today, Daywalker, for we actually have a surprise that's waiting for you, Goku. And don't worry, it's not a trap either, with Goku then having to question, wait, what exactly are you up to here, Gira? And why are you opening my chamber door? With Gira responding, because we actually want to see how good you truly are as we prepare to watch you engage against a very special opponent that my top scientist over there, Sugami, had created by using your blood, of course. And so I'll put it to you like this, Saiyan. If you were able to defeat our newly created shadow demon, then I'll award you your freedom. But if you lose, then you will go right back inside where you currently are, Gira continues. So for your sake, I hope that you were able to survive, unless you want to find yourself back inside of that prison pod of yours, with Goku responding, alright, so what are the two of you planning on doing here? I'm not really sure as to what you both have going on, but I can't allow for any of you demons to have your way with the multiverse. And I don't trust either of you, and so what is your move going to be? With the demon scientist Sugami having to chime in, shall I go ahead and release our experiment on the Saiyan, my lord, for it is ready to be used on your command, Master Gira, for I promise that this won't take very long upon beginning, with Gira responding, yes, now go ahead, Sugami, go and set your monster free and let's see what he can do. As you wish, my master, and now then, Saiyan, I hereby would like for you to watch very closely as to what you will be going up against in a matter of a few moments here, for I promise that you will like what your eyes are going to see, and now behold the fruits of our dark sciences and forbidden sorcery, Saiyan, a shadow born of your very own essence, Goku, to which as Sugami was shown throwing the vial down onto the ground, it was only seconds upon with the gooey head now being shown having to look on up from the ground was when Sugami then went on to continue, gaze upon the specter of your very own potential twisted by my own will, as this demon is the dark reflection of your very soul, Goku, for it was designed to do what you could not, to break, to conquer, and to end your race of warriors, including by putting an end to yours as well. Now prepare yourself, Goku, for you are about to face your ultimate irony, your own blood turned against you. For this shadow demon has not only inherited all of your strengths, but also the dark wisdom of countless eons. This creature is you, only far more destructive and sinister in its nature. Wait, hold on, you guys did what now? A shadow demon that's just as strong as I am at his core? So that was why that little demon on Earth wanted to collect our blood for. So you demons intend to sample our blood off and splice it into creating these things? Oh, just great. To which moments later, as Shadow Demon Goku is now shown having to emerge from the ground in between both Sugami and Gira, was when Sugami went on to chime in, well, it looks like you weren't as dumb as I originally had taken for you to be, Saiyan, but yes, he will be one among many more, and we would like to see on just how good he is when going up against the original, which in this case would be you, with Gira having to respond, and for your sake, I do hope that you intend to fight our monster with the intention to destroy it, because our Shadow Demon's intention will be nothing short of being the same. Now go and have some fun with this mortal while we watch you in action against him, Shadow Clone. Break him if you want, but do make sure to try and get as much out of him first while you can, and I don't expect for you to fail, understand? Now go, to which as the Shadow Demon was now shown having to charge at Goku, Goku was hereby left with no other choice than to engage against the Shadow Demon, as Goku then went on to quickly respond, oh, just wonderful, now I gotta go and try and survive against my own blood? Alright, well let's go and see what you're made of then, because regardless regardless if you're made up of my DNA or not, don't expect for me to go down so easily to you without taking you down with me. In which upon the moment of engagement, as soon as Goku was attempting to strike the Shadow Clone, with the Shadow Clone being shown leaping on above him, was when Gira went on to chime back in. And I am rather curious to see if our Shadow Demon over there could truly outperform its original in every single way, with Sugami responding, "Oh, I can assure you that it most certainly can, but if it can't, then it will simply adapt," to which as Goku's Energy Blast was shown going right through the Shadow Demon was when Goku went on to then chime back in, "Whoa, this thing can twist and rip its body apart? So then it knows of a way on how to counter energy attacks then, and it looks like it's really fast as well." In which fortunately for Goku, with Goku being shown moving out of the way upon the Shadow Demon being shown having to attempt to strike him, was when Goku then went on to shout, "Whoa, yeah, this thing's a lot faster than I thought it would be, and so I can't leave any room for it to strike me. Oh, darn it! This thing can mimic the way I fight as well. Oh, this is bad." And I'm liking what I see coming from the Shadow Demon thus far, Sugami, but tell me then, would the demon display any weaknesses that the Saiyan could exploit in battle? With the demon scientist Sugami responding, "None that the mortal's eyes can help him see, but even if this Goku were to find one, the Shadow Demon could quickly adapt and correct its flaws before the Saiyan can exploit them. And as long as the demon remains active, then it will continue to go after its target until redirected otherwise, Lord Gira. And as I made sure that they serve their purpose, as the Shadow Demon has assimilated every fiber of Goku's battle prowess and is also ready to turn his own techniques against the Saiyan, so as long as the Shadow Demon isn't overworked in battle, that is, then Goku would be at a disadvantage." With the Dark Master Gira responding, "Then these Daywalkers are without a hope in the world if we begin to clone the originals and use these Shadow Demons against them. Excellent work, Sugami." To which all the while in the meantime on the battlefield, as soon as Goku's body was shown crashing all throughout the landscape, was when Goku then went on to respond, "Oh, how was he able to do that just now without me being able to see him attacking? Alright, well, change of plans then," Goku continues, "since I can already see that Super Saiyan Blue isn't going to get me very far against that thing, and if that's the case, then I guess that just leaves me with one other option left, which I know has to work. And no matter what happens, it was as I said," Goku went on to power down by then responding, "I cannot, under any circumstance, allow for you demons to get away with all of the horrible things that you're doing down here, so I have to try." As within that very moment, as the Shadow Demon was shown having to miss one of its strikes, with Goku now having to unleash the power of Ultra Instinct, was when Goku then went on to continue, "You demons can try and copy me and make as many Shadow Demons as you like, but in the end, no matter how much you go and try, you will never be able to copy my resolve and the fire that burns within my very soul to drive the forces like you out of this world for good. And you don't have to believe me, cause I'll go and show it to you." To which as the Shadow Demon was now shown approaching Goku from behind, was when Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku was from that point then shown taking initiative in elbowing the Shadow Demon in the stomach, as Sugami went on to then chime back in, "Ah yes, the power that surpasses the gods, as commonly referred to as Ultra Instinct. Well, this was certainly a surprise to see the mortal go and draw forward in battle, but what say you, Lord Gira? It's most definitely impressive to go and watch the mortal use this in battle, as he was shown doing against the fallen angel Murno, but this too won't be enough to win him the day," Gira continues, "and especially not against us he won't, but let's watch and see how this will go, because look there, and I believe our Shadow Demon is beginning to adapt." Enough messing around, Goku went on to utter by addressing both Sugami and Gira, "and I won't allow for the two of you to continue to go through with what you're doing, and so whether it's one of you or both of you, I'll go and take you demons on right here, right now, at once." With Sugami having to respond, "And I'm flattered by your remarks, Saiyan, but you aren't quite out of the woods just yet, or you might want to go and take a look behind you and have a look for yourself in order for you to see." "What in the world?" Goku utters, "You're not damaged? But that can't be. How did my attack not work on you?" But then, it was only just as Goku went on to put this into question, with the Shadow Demon being shown headbutting Goku away, was when Sugami went on to respond, "You didn't honestly think that it was over now, did you, Saiyan? For I made sure to make this as hard for you as I possibly could." With Gira having to respond, "And I find it quite ironic on how you had already assumed victory so prematurely, yet you failed to understand that the Shadow Demon in which you face cannot be so easily beaten with such a simple attack, Goku. Goku, for it's almost like you are so overwhelmed that you don't even know as to what you want to do first, to which as Goku was then shown firing multiple energy blasts at the Shadow Demon, we only from that point then see how the Shadow Demon was able to avoid each and every single one of Goku's blasts as Goku went on to then chime in, "Oh darn it looks as though this monster is fast enough now to be able to react to my energy attacks as though it knows about what Ultra Instinct is. You may not be able to see it," Sugami went on to address Goku by telling him, "but the Shadow Demon knows about your Ultra Instinct. And since its DNA comes directly from you, then it should already also know about how to counter it. Destroying these Shadow Demons isn't going to be as easy as you think it will," Sugami continues, "for they are made to attack at all times, never to let up until they have been ordered to stand down or until they have carried out their purpose, Saiyan, and unless there is more to you than meets the eye that I am not already well aware of, Saiyan, then it'll only be a matter of time before you lose," Sugami says. "That much I can very well assure you since this demon is my creation." So, the clock continues to tick, Goku, with Dark Master Gira having to respond, "These foolish creatures have no idea on what we have waiting for them that even Goku here has yet to see, as this is all but just the beginning, and no matter what these mortals try and do, they will never be able to overcome the sheer might of what we have waiting for them inside of the Demon Realm," Gira continues, "for they are without a chance in the world, and very soon, once we have collected all 7 of the Super Dragon Balls as well, will they only then begin to realize that there is no hope for survival," to which in the meantime, when then venturing back over into Universe 7, it was only during Whis' journey in making his way towards the Grand Priest's palace where all of a sudden Whis had now gone as far as to sense something, as Whis went on to then respond, "Now hold on a minute, I'm sensing a very strange vibrational disturbance coming from the opposite direction that I'm traveling towards. Something's happening," Whis adds, "and I'm also starting to sense that not one, but there are 2 energy signatures that I'm beginning to detect," which as Whis was now shown going into the opposite direction, Whis only then had a feeling that something very bad was happening within Universe 7, as Whis went on to then continue, "I better hurry and find out as to why this is happening, for it might in fact be something that might be connected to what's been going on around here as of late, and so if that's the case, I hope that I'm not too late upon making my arrival and getting down to the bottom of this." To which shortly after, as soon as Whis was now shown having to finally arrive and having to notice as to exactly what was happening was when Whis went on to then respond, "I should have known that this was happening, and whoever is behind that portal are likely the ones who are trying to steal the Super Dragon Balls from our universe as well. But with my oath in place, there is nothing that I can do about that Dragon Ball, but let's try. Finding these massive Dragon Balls and using our magic to condense them down to size was a lot easier than I thought," Dark Master Jogo went on to respond. "Yes, and very soon, with nothing standing in our way," Dark Master Bakara adds, "our Dark Lord will finally be restored as we go and use these 2, but then, it was only just before Bakara was even shown having the opportunity to finish his sentence where Whis went on to intervene by interrupting, "So you were the ones who were responsible for disrupting the balance of this universe. And from what it looks like, you 2 appear to be demons, aren't you? And while using magic to remain undetected, how very clever." "What the heck, Jogo, look! It's the Angel of Universe 7, Bakara went on to then quickly interrupt. "It's been a long time, Angel," Dark Master Jogo adds. "How are you able to find us after we were careful enough to conceal our energies and life signatures? Have you come to try and stop us from taking this Dragon Ball, Angel?" with Bakara also then having to chime in, "Because we aren't going to back down if you are, for this Dragon Ball along with the others hereby now belong to us, Angel." And I was able to sense ripples of oddity stretching across the cosmos, leading me here where the disturbance was at its strongest with the 2 of you. Which now I can't help but question as to what visions or aspirations drive you to seize these celestial spheres, Whis questions. "What we intend to do with these spheres is none of your concern, Angel, for we don't intend to keep them around forever either," Bakara adds, with Whis responding, "Interesting, and is that because you are afraid of the consequences that will come crashing down onto all of you by telling me more about your plan, demons? It would be wise for you to stop what it is that you are doing and go back into your realm," Whis continues, "for it would be a shame for you to start something that you cannot possibly hope to finish." "We'd rather die than relinquish our position," Jogo went on to respond, "along with the Super Dragon Balls that we have collected. And so your empty threats mean nothing to us, nor will it stop stop us from carrying out our mission in doing what it is that we need to do for the betterment of the demon realm, Angel. Your curiosity is amusing, but ultimately futile, Piccolo went on to respond by pointing behind him. For there is nothing and no one, not even an angel, that will deter us from our plans. Your kind usually stands on the sidelines impartial, don't they? For if this is true, then your words are inconsequential, Angel. So we will proceed as planned unless something quite radical were to change the course of our plans, whether you like it or not. It would be wise for you both to know where it is that you are and to not overstay your welcome by taking advantages of what this universe and others have to offer, demons. For even if it means that I must take action against you myself, then I will not hesitate, Whis responds. Oh, you damn angel, Piccolo went on to shout as both he and Jogo got into fighting position. Quickly, prepare to engage, Jogo, for we may have to go and get Toro and Gira to aid us against him as well. Now hold your position. Wait, hold on, Piccolo, Jogo went on to interrupt. And if my memory serves me correctly, as beings who have not fully manifested and crossed over into the confines of your universe physically, you can't engage against us, for we are beyond your jurisdiction to do so, aren't we, Jogo questions. Your angelic code forbids you from laying a hand on us unless directly engaged or given the order, with Whis responding, your claims are in fact correct, demon, for as an angel the limits of my power are indeed bound by the laws which I must follow, but that doesn't mean that I can't still go and seal your portal away and prevent you from using the same exit of escape, Whis continues. But once I go and speak with the Grand Priest about this, you will know that all that you have done will soon be corrected, for you will not be allowed to cross into our domain without being met with resistance, as Piccolo went on to respond, very interesting choice of words, Whis. But you don't have to worry about your precious code or your domain for much longer, and you'll soon see as to why that is. That's right, Jogo chimes in, for we have other matters to attend to that requires our attention. So in the meantime, have fun while you still can, Piccolo went on to wave, for it will not last forever either. So we'll be seeing you along with this entire universe very soon, Angel. And for your sake, we hope that you, along with everyone else, will be ready, Jogo says. To which seconds later, with both demons now shown retreating and going back into the demon realm, was when Whis went on to then chime back in. Oh dear, this is far worse than I had originally thought that it would be, which only means that I must hurry and go speak with the Grand Minister immediately before it's too late. And I must see if I can find a way to lift the angelic code that forbids us from engaging in battle as well. To which, as Whis was now shown making his journey to the Grand Priest, Whis now is beginning to understand the dangers that may possibly lie ahead, as Whis went on to then continue. And since it's all starting to become clear to me on just where the Super Dragon Balls are being taken and by whom, I must go and seek out special permission and see if I could assemble the other angels and go and get the Dragon Balls back. To which it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of the Dark Masters, the official Murno sequel, Manga Chapter number 8 special, then comes to a close. Now, as we finally come to the understanding in seeing as to why these blood samples were taken from Goku and Vegeta and now presumably from many others, it only now appears as though the sole purpose behind all of this is to have the Dark Masters use the demon scientist Sugami in not only go as far as to splice the DNA samples collected from said individuals, but also merge that with the dark essence of the demons within the demon realm. Shadow Demon Goku is only going to be one of many more shadow demons that are going to be dropping within this story, which also now begs the question on whether or not Whis will be able to actually make it to the Grand Priest in time, because with two prominent demons that happen to be Dark Masters now fully aware of an angel knowing of their plans, you do not want to miss out on what is about to transpire coming up next, to which all of this and so much more will be made available right now on my Patreon for those of you out there that are members to see. So if you not only want to go as far as to support the fan manga content that you see on this channel, but also gain additional access to my art, soundtracks, PNGs, and so much more, on top of being the first to see the upcoming episodes and previews for yourself, then I do encourage for you guys to become a member of my Patreon today, patreon.com/UnrealEntGaming, to where I will go ahead and leave that link located down in the description box below and pinned comment section below as well, because ultimately enough, none of this could have been possible without the backing and support of you guys to begin with here. And so as the story continues to develop, I can only promise you that you're going to be in for lots of twists and turns along the way, so you do not want to miss out on any of this as it unfolds. To which, as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching, thank you all so much for your time, and thank you all so much for your support. To which, if you also just so happen to be new to the channel and of course love love Dragon Ball and anime, then I do encourage for you guys to head on over and smash that subscribe button, on top of making sure to give this video a big fat thumbs up by smashing that like button down below. Tune back in for more, and with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you down in the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy, guys, and have a great day. Peace.
Hold it right there. Now, when did I say that we were finished? Because I didn't. For there is still so much more that's left for us to show you. So I'd stay right where you are if I were you. And now that you're here, we do hope that you all sit back and enjoy the following things that you're about to see, because we have all worked very hard in giving you the very best that we possibly can. So don't forget to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming before you go, and don't forget to give this video a like and comment down below. You still, of course, would like for me to train you, don't you? Well, if you do, then we hope you all sit back and enjoy.
あの力何とかしなきゃこの世界を救うことはできねえんだろ。俺が神の光の力っちゅうやつなんか。じゃあ第2ラウンド行ってみっか。やるな。もっと強くなるけ。今のオラが立ってる場所はあんたの時飛ばしのはるか先だ。
あんまり美味しくなさそうなのよね。私の大事なおやつの時間邪魔しないでよね。
俺の力を見せてやるぜ。俺様の顔に傷をつけてくれた礼をしなくちゃな。覚悟はいいか。これで分かっただろう。降参しろ。お前がこの宇宙をどうしようと俺には関係ない。
あいつらが弱いんじゃない。俺たちが強いんだ。さらに修行が必要だな。
今の構えはどうだ。
なんてやつだ。
あん時のことを忘れたわけじゃねえぞ。おかしな神もいたものがこの戦いを楽しみにする。
これが俺の修行の成果だ。
これ以上増やしとうないからの。
獲物を捕らえたらすぐにお菓子に変える。これが美味しいスイーツ作りのコツよ。勝った自分へのご褒美タイムね。いただきまーす。
これまでわしは煩悩のままに生きてきた。そんなわしが煩悩を封じた。その意味がわかるか。結局強い者が勝つ。
どんなお菓子に変えようかしら。悩んじゃうわ。昔と比べて随分と変わったように見えますね。
腕はなまっておらんじゃろうな。
あなたの中にあるサイヤ人の細胞が戦いを求めるのね。この力私に制御できるのかしら。受けてみなさい。これで最後よ。あなたはどんな味がするのかしら。
これが最大最強の。こ
っからは恨みっこなしだ。行くぞ。こんなところで暴れてないでさっさと自分の星に帰れ。
影の知りながら無駄な抵抗をやめるとか。どうしてこうも愚かなのか。そして人間風情に敗北した無力な自分への怒り。限界を決めるのはまだ早い。わしはさらなる根を高みを目指し続けるのじゃ。
抑えきれないのよ。強いのは分かってます。けど私はあなたを超える。本当に戦うのが好きなんですね。
宇宙を汚す人間への怒り。その目に刻む声のパワーもスピードもお主が上じゃ。経験はわしが上。
あなたの細胞も私の中にあるのですね。
それならこっちはもっと超えてやるだけさ。おめえの光全部消してやれ。強くなれてんだよ。
あなたが相手になってくれるの？食欲が止まらないわ。
よく動き、よく学び、よく遊び、よく食べて。あれが神の前だ。武道は勝つために励むのではない。己に任 けぬためじゃ。今のお主ではまだまだ無理じゃ。小猿のようだったあの悟空が本当に成長したの。武道家として
久しぶりだな。おめえ何しに来たんだ？初めっから出し惜しみなしでいくぞ。こっからが本当の勝負だ。
やはりこの方は特殊なサイヤ人のようですね。よりサイヤ人の本質に近いような、まさに死闘だったというわけですね。
俺は貴様が思っている以上に強くなりすぎてしまったようだ。
やはり息子では相手にならなかったようだな。正直
子供になってもこのお強さ、やはり戦いのセンスは素晴らしい。
どうした？本気は出さんのか？
俺の成長をここで確かめる。次元が違いすぎる。
第7宇宙でも随一の戦士が合体した姿が彼、戦いの中で見せる表情。
死ねばそれだけのものだったと諦めるぞ。自分の可能性を試したい。力の差は大きいかもしれん。だがこれが通天流の技だ。
戦いを見る中で感じた狂気、闘争本能とも違いました。何者なのでしょうか。あなたを見逃す気はないでしょう。
お前も成長しているようだが、まだ俺には勝てん。
よく俺の目の前に現れたら俺の相手にはならなかったようだな。
お前というやつは奥が深すぎて理解できん。
手加減などしたら承知しないからな。
知略だけでは俺を倒せんぞ。
俺たちは修行で強く、お前たち人造人間と違ってな。
相手が神だろうと関係ない。悪くなかったぞ。
情けや容赦をみじんも感じさせない。お互いにかなり疲れが見えますね。
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.